Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to our Chaos campaign. I've jumped straight into an end turn here because well, we had nothing else to do on this turn. So we've got our little citadel up here. We've got Kholek in the north, and he is going to be burning through the remainder of the Varg in the north. We're also going to be setting up another citadel because they are very good for income. Up next to the Greyling up here. Now, as our current citadel is held by Diego, the first person to shout out other than Diego in the comments what for a name that they want that citadel named, they want the lord naming, they'll get that citadel's lord named after you. It has a metal sorcerer in charge of it, so you know, you can also give me another name if you want, but it needs to be kind of lore appropriate, guys. I'm not just going to call them something stupid. You know, it can be something a bit fun, but nothing really silly and nothing rude, please, because I know what people are like. Anyway, right, so you are going to move here.
Forward unto slaughter.
And you are going to continue. You're going to hit the Varg camp. And straight out growth, because this is a new horde. He needs to grow.
We shall weave the
And you can go double time, and you're going to head down here towards Bretonia.
now.
You also need to grow, but as soon as we've grown a little bit, we can do this fortress. Ooh, we actually need 4 growth for that. So we're just going to dig in here to start with. While we slowly grow. It shouldn't take us too long to grow. Oh, we might actually. We might send them for a little bit of a sail around the seas, like we've had a few of our other lords to start with. Because that is always a good thing to have, because they float around in the sea recruiting, which is always nice. And Sigvald here, he's going to pay attention to the Bretonians, and he's going to... wow, the coast's already being cleared, so I don't necessarily need to worry about that. But he's going to smash into the Empire, and that is his main aim there. Okay. But no, so I don't mind running a negative. As I said, I'm a raiding faction, so running a negative is not actually a bad thing for me, guys. Especially as I'm running around smashing places. So that other little horde is actually going to start building itself up again and hit some places as well soon. So we can switch to encampment stance. And we can spend a few turns recruiting.
Ready.
Do I want to go for them? I can't reach them, so no.
I'll move.
I want to see what's there before I decide what I'm doing. Because if I don't want to hit here if I don't have to, because actually keeping the north free. So we're going to go across here hitting the Skull Reef, and then we're going to jump into the Empire territory there. And we are spending quite a lot of cash now on building stuff, so we're going to hold it. You know, we're going to hold ourselves for a little bit doing too much, obviously, for obvious reasons. Let's end turn. I said I went down the wrong route with Kholek. I should have got that horde growth straight away, because that would have really helped him. But we'll push for that. You know, we'll start heading that way next on Kholek. Get that extra horde growth. Because that is a nice big thing. And obviously we can make his guys cheaper as well as he levels up too. The other guys who are just going to hold in place, they're going to go straight down the blue route to make themselves cheaper. Because they are all about being cheap, affordable armies. So... I'm a little annoyed by the Bretonnians in the north, but I don't want to sit there chasing around. The issue with the north is you can end up chasing people around in circles continuously, which becomes rather annoying for obvious reasons, because you're just running around in circles. Whereas what I would actually like to do is invade the Empire, which is what I'm about to do. Wow, and the Empire has got another confederation off. And we've had a buff. Well, we've had Slaanesh ruin our movement. We're going to move up here and we will land next turn somewhere around here. Can we land right next to here? We'll find out next turn. Kholek can actually raiding stance this. Okay. Now, I think the Empire might know what I'm planning on doing there for some strange reason, as I've got this massive flotilla next to their coast. However, the Empire are quite strong up here, so I do want to be careful. Though, when I say they're strong, they've got a few armies. Oh, we've got a Beastmen herd coming in as well. There, so that is something again to be aware of. And this is the other nice thing, we get lots of little uprisings. This is where Bretonnia is having problems up here, because they're getting all these little uprisings, because it's really not good territory for them to be holding. So unless they've got the forces to actually clamp down and hold it, this army is funny, because it's just bouncing back and forth. But no, unless they've got the cash to hold what they're hitting, they're going to really struggle, actually. So, well, nice, that's my little ally growing again. And that is Bretonnia getting knocked over again. Okay.
I am Slaanesh's scion. A beautiful decision.
Unleash chaos!
And this is straight up a really easy victory. It's not worth us fighting. Ooh, let's take the campaign movement.
Destroy!
I do want some of these, but we're going to buff him up first. I want the damage. I could do that one, but we're going to get 12 from this. Actually, I'm not sober. These are nice, but I can probably cope without them. Because that's also good. We're going to level him up first and then work out where we want to go. Because having him leveled up, he will also be very powerful. So let's hit the Altar of Spawns. Let's awaken a tribe again. So we have new allies here. Let's level up your growth, Mr. Kholek. Ooh. These guys aren't actually bad in melee, but I don't really want him in melee. No, we're going to go for Soul Blight. Again, I far prefer the lords who are far more the lords who are more the sorcerers who are more damage spells, while buffs and debuffs. I know buffs and debuffs are technically, the meta is that having buffs and debuffs, I think light and death are the two best ones. But I really enjoy having, you know, great big fireballs I can fling around the place and things. because they're just fun, guys. They're just hugely fun to use. They might not be as good meta-wise, but they're just fun to fling around the battlefield and do things with. The only thing I try to avoid is vortex spells, because they can backfire on you really easily. It looks like I don't even necessarily need to hit the next place there, because it looks like it's about to get hit. The next Salzenmund, I'll get it right eventually. Looks like it's about to get hit by somebody else. My allies are expanding nicely as well there. Remind me to move my other little horde up against the Varg next turn. It's only a little horde, but it will do for the time being. No, I'm going to get one more round of recruitment in for these guys, and then they can start moving.
Handsome and lethal. Ravage them.
I don't want that Chaos Army taking this place. I want to take it. You can go away. We can sacrifice the captives. Then we can hit here. And we can smash here.
Attack! Who are these grotesqueries?
Okay, that was nice.
Mountain God.
You can double time it out of here. They're going to be moving next turn. Hopefully I'm going to get a good battle at some point soon, guys, because this is getting a little too easy, actually. The Empire are up here, but they're not going to push against Diego, I don't think, because I'd get a choke point battle there. Though Diego, while he's got a big army, it's not a strong army, guys. So Diego would actually be at risk, though Diego has support from the town as well, so you know, it's 50-50. They have to attack Diego directly, which means he'll probably get a choke point battle, and he'll get reinforced. So that is why I chose that position, guys. It is such a strong position, actually. Ooh, that's an easy kill. And sacrifice the captives, because if we do that a few times, we will get access to the Ever-Chosen, which yeah, he's nice. And we'll probably spawn him around Diego, because Diego obviously gives for growth boost, which actually is probably something we want to do with our new little horde. We want to burn through with our new little horde over to Diego, because being around Diego will get him horde growth, which will be nice. These guys can get their first taste of blood. And they can start marching on the Doom Keep. And he has leveled himself up nicely. He can get a Chaos... Oh, that's Diego who's leveled up. So Diego, you can get yourself a nice little Chaos Steed there. And start moving towards Middenheim, where we're potentially going to get a bit of a better battle. You can move on Winter's Pyre. We'll push up here and we'll get the Sarls sorted out again soon.
The Northmen come!
Oh, can I get him? I need the growth, but I think I can actually get the Ever-Chosen now.
The spoilers come.
So we're going to save up a little bit of growth, because I think I've unlocked the Ever-Chosen. Which means when I get 14 growth in one of my hordes, I can spawn an Ever-Chosen. And he will move up to Diego to help defend there and get a bit of growth out. Because I can't quite afford that third horde at the moment. Him to have a full horde at the moment. But that doesn't mean I can't do other things. Oh, I unfortunately am not powerful enough to hit that Bretonnian army there with my army around there. So they're going to hit Doomkeep and they're going to move on. Bretonnia is less of a worry up there because we've already seen them spawning and falling over and spawning and falling over up there. So that's not a huge worry for me. This army is just amusing because it just bounces back and forth. Okay, and the other thing I could do with the Ever-Chosen is I could put him around there and we could... ooh, actually that's something we could do. Do nothing. Let's hit the Doomkeep. Oh, and I can I can awaken the scaling. I don't get the growth from that, but I do get a nice friendly tribe. So, alright, we're going to keep pushing down this one because I want the cheaper. Oh, and he actually gets 2. So we're saving a bit of cash that way. And we can actually keep on moving on.
What? Bring them to ruin.
Right, and we're actually going to have to siege here, guys. So this is good. This will be a nice, fun battle for us, guys. I don't need a ram.
Despoil.
Ooh, I want to build him up, but at the same time...
Destroy.
Oh, we have a battle on our hands here then, guys. So, this is... Kholek has a boring army here. This is not a really... Oh! Did I leave my Chaos Spawn in this army? I'm not that fussed. I'm not a huge fan of Chaos Spawn, if I'm honest. So, the Varg have a couple of armies here for us to fight. Obviously, Kholek is going to be in the forefront of this battle because Kholek is immense. I'm not actually going to do this quite like this, so we're going to have 2 lines here.
Chaos Marauders! Your will! They will succumb!
So we're going to have this line, and we're going to have a slightly more solid line behind it. How am I going to do this? You guys can actually spawn out. These guys can go here as a shock. You can go here. You guys are going to form in little squares over here.
Chaos Marauders!
You guys are going to do the same thing over here. And in fact, we're going to do 2 ranks of you guys. So these are my reserves, and I'm putting them in a position where I can flank them round if I want to. It also covers my centre nicely. And we're going to move forwards like this.
My God's call! So be it!
Now we will charge them, but what I want to do is I want to pull their main force in here, and then I want to move around. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock and group our front line, and these guys will do a mass charge just before they hit us. These guys are going to cover these guys on the flank. These guys can turn back. And these guys, ideally, I want to be able to shoot around and get behind.
For the Blood God! Move on them!
Right, what's the control for this? Just pausing this for a second. There's a way. I'm going to go on slow. Yeah, that's it. Because they're in a group like that, they will all advance. I can break it now. but they will all advance in a straight line and charge the first thing they come at. Actually, I want to break some of these out. You guys can hammer into them. Kholek can charge. That's it, we're nicely engaged. You guys can walk up there. You guys can charge out against them. Did I just cast that on my own guy? Burn off my magic nice and quickly there. You guys can move up here through this gap. You guys can charge them. You guys can get into the back of there. As can you guys. Okay, you guys can just get yourselves around the back. No, you guys can stay involved here. You guys can pull back. Got a good little cav fight going on there. You guys can pull around here and hammer into them. You guys can throw up some support. You can hammer in there. Kholek is happily smashing away here. Okay, they've got caught on the edge. I didn't want them to do that. Okay, we actually need some support in our centre here. My Chaos Spawn have enraged. Okay, you guys can get back into this gap here.
What do you bid? The dark gods command me. Move up!
Oh god, my mage is under attack. You can cast a spell on him. Kholek is smashing. Oh, we've got our bombard spell. I forgot about that. You guys can hammer into the back of here where we're suffering. We're nicely surrounding these guys. Kholek can charge in there. God damn, I'm not doing that well actually, guys. Marauder Horsemen, I'm really not fussed by. They're not great. To be fair, you don't play these guys for good melee. Sorry, for good range. You play these guys for the amazing melee.
For the Blood God!
You guys can charge through this gap. I want you formed up back here. Right, that's good. You guys can hammer into there. You guys can charge over here. We've cracked this side. Right, you can slam into there. Mr. Kholek.
Arcane torment awaits.
You guys can chase down that Lord. Right, a nice big debuff. There we go, and this is it. Oh, I was on edge for a little bit. Kholek is a beast. I mean, we watched him there smashing armies around. I mean, he should be with his weapon damage. Anyway, so that was a close victory. And that was a close victory. That was closer than I'd have liked. Wow. 169 kills there from Kholek. So that was a nice battle for him. No, I didn't do well there. They're not the best units, so... You know, I could have done much better there than I did. I am not good at playing factions which don't have archers. I rely on my ranged, or don't have good ranged. I rely on my ranged a lot, so... Okay, and let's end turn, guys. Okay, so... Oh wow, they've just lost there and the Empire's taken this. The Empire is expanding, actually. So I don't necessarily want to take them, you know, just ignore them. Nope, it's not happening, mate. Well, technically the vampires are helping with my objectives. I don't like the vampires. and I will do everything I can. You know, I'm more than happy to be at war with the vampires as well as the Empire. So, no, I don't like the vampire factions. I don't like how much they expand in this. That said, they're probably going to be who I'm going to play next. But it will probably be a short campaign. Well, no. Next, I'm going to play the expansion. And we're going to have to throw that somewhere in the middle of the schedule of stuff I've already got on, guys. So, we'll have to work out where best to put that in. But we'll certainly do that. I might just have to slow down the speed I'm doing some of these other ones. But I will be doing the new expansion when that comes out, so we'll be doing some Tomb Kings. I'm not sure which one I'll be doing yet. I'll probably try and choose one which is being done less, if I can. You can get levelling up. And now...
Destroy!
Lightning strikes, they're not going to get these reinforcements from Volkmar the Grim. And we are going to hit here. So we've got some really nice units here. We've got 2 Dragon Ogres of Shaggoth. And we've got a Chaos Dragon. We've got our aspiring champions who are really good melee units. Everything here is quite veteran as well, which is really nice. Which is really going to help us too.
For the Chaos Gods!
Right, actually, I don't want you guys holding things.
Chaos comes!
I want these guys. Can they? Yeah.
God's bloody
My aspiring champions can prove themselves by holding these. Oh. They can use these to prove themselves. Actually, and I'm... No, my Chosen... Ooh. Yeah, no, my Chosen should be in them as well. So you can drop yours. And the Chosen can get this one. So my aspiring champions can take the 2 closest to the gates. Then the Chosen can take the others. We'll have all of these guys move up behind because they're going to move in with them. The Hell Cannon is just going to sit there shooting. Let's look at this dragon. It's 2-headed. That is awesome. My Dragon Ogres of Shaggoth are going to go straight up against that gate.
I am exalted.
And yeah.
Chosen! Deliver slaughter!
You guys can move up. You can counterfire. Do they have any artillery here? Yes. You can counterfire their artillery.
Marauder Chieftain!
You guys can both go and help attack the gate, and you guys can now start moving up. And my dragon can move up as well. Now, thing to remember with dragons is actually that is an armoured dragon as well. Wow, that is a really powerful dragon. That's probably more powerful than most of the other factions' dragons. Yeah, no, I want to get him on them as quickly as I can. You guys can all start folding into these towers. Wow, the gate is already gone.
Destroy them!
Oh, is the gate gone or did they just open it? They just opened it. You remaining guys can move a bit closer. Mr. Dragon can zerg over here, can fly over here to do some breathing. How is he not in range yet? He is in range. Oh, can they quite simply not shoot? Over. Okay, you guys can just charge in then. Let's breathe. Oh, wow.
Chaos warriors! Swords, honor! Siege's very glories!
We are hammering them on the gates. You guys can start charging down and around the back of these guys.
Destroy them!
We've completely shredded this side, so again you guys can slam in. Oh wow, you can just get airborne again. And hammer into them. You can charge that way, and you can charge that way.
Immortal caress!
Technically we don't hold the gate, but everything's through.
They are wavering!
Chaos comes!
Be gone, creatures!
Oh, wow. I feel sorry for these guys.
Eye of the gods! For the chaos!
You guys can charge that way.
Children! Evil unbound!
Kill the Southerners!
You guys can just keep charging. He's gonna breathe there. And then drop in. You guys can just keep charging this way.
Kill the Southerners!
Wow.
At last!
We are shredding their morale.
For the chaos gods!
How is this unit of archers still fighting? I'm impressed by that little unit of archers. These guys are going to break shortly. The Archlector there is going to get battered.
Every mortal!
My lord can hit him.
Come!
What?
Mr. Dragon can drop in over there.
Undivided!
Oh, wow, we've got units outside the gate somehow. But they've got units behind me. Here comes the dragon. You can get airborne and breathe again. If anything, one of my issues here is my guys aren't engaging them enough as they run. And they have completely broken now, guys. Go on, Mr. Dragon, get airborne. I want you to breathe on something again before this battle ends. That dragon is immensely powerful. If they're not completely broken, they will be shortly. So yeah, that was a nice decisive victory there. 21 losses, guys. And that dragon is OP. I mean, it does cost me a lot, but yeah, that dragon is ridiculously overpowered. So we have just smashed Middenheim, guys. I'm going to take the replenishment this time, actually. Because, well, not that I really needed it.
The spoilers come.
Yes, that was a really solid victory. Anyway, guys, we will be ending this one here. We're going to keep pushing into the heart of the Empire with these guys. probably take out everything here, and then hit Altdorf early on and try and burn through all of here. Are we there? As soon as we can, we're going to get the Everchosen recruited as well. He will probably pull back into the north to gear up while our other guys are moving themselves around. You guys can move straight on there before I forget, actually, so we can awaken the Saal as well. I'll just do a quick auto there because I just don't want to forget. Oh, I can't. We'll take the growth anyway. I'm not fussed about this guy losing a few units. I don't have time to fight the battle right now. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it.